What up, guys and girls? Another brand new video coming at you today. Yes, we are back again for another round of SRL APAC for season number 3. We're here for round number 12 at the Hungarian Grand Prix. Quick update on the championship standings. It's a 2-point gap between New Zealand Ryan and DRC Jared. We're currently up here 11 in the drivers. Constructors-wise, it's Force India all the way. Red Bull somehow are in 6th position. Like I said, I still don't know. So, news going into this one, it was a little bit of news. Obviously, New Zealand Ryan is back, so big welcome back to him. But one of the biggest shocks probably was that Warden has decided to quit league racing. I don't exactly know the reasonings for why he's done that, but yeah, I mean, it is probably a little bit of a shame, really, to see him go there. It was really fun to race him. I mean, I've had a couple of battles with him over the past couple of seasons at least, so yeah, he probably would explain it to you all if he could, but yeah, it is what it is. We carry on. So obviously, with him gone, it means now that Ben is now taking over his seat full-time, obviously. I think basically until he goes to the UK, which is probably, who knows when, we'll find out. But anyway, as you see, we're in the qualifying here at around the Hungary ring. Beautiful conditions as we set a 11, 5, hang on, what do we go? Hang on, no, that's not right. Sorry, not 11, 15.942 P1 here on ultra soft tyres. Now again, probably didn't have a lot to go by going into this one. Probably didn't have a great deal of practice for this one, so
so far our fastest lap is a 1:15.9.
Thank you, Jeff, as always, for updating me on what I can't remember. But anyway, so at the moment we're currently P1 ahead of Alan Hugo. Also, I should update you on that one, the incident with myself and Alan Hugo back at Germany. I mean, yeah, I wasn't really too happy with it, but he only got 2 penalty points, which, yeah. I think, obviously, the penalty point system in the SRL is probably a little bit different to other leagues, but, yeah. I mean, I'm glad he got something, but I was hoping he maybe got a little bit more, but anyway. It is what it is. We have to carry on and continue on here, so obviously, now to run number 2 here. Probably wasn't the greatest runs of all. It was probably a little bit rubbish, if I'm completely honest. But as we come through turn 11 here, you'll see track extend and actually invalidate my lap time. Now, obviously, you saw the first run there. I went well and truly wide, but yet somehow my lap time still stood, which, I mean, Codemasters definitely have some interesting, what's the wording? Ways. The Codemasters game is sort of definitely, it's a weird way of saying, like, you can call to cut this corner, but you can't call to cut later. Or the other way around, I should say. But obviously, I don't know what I was thinking, really, trying to go for a second run there. Obviously, you saw me lose the back end, and somehow I kept it out of the wall. But, yeah. I mean, all was going pretty well at the moment. We're still currently sitting P1, and obviously going to jump on a replay here with that Penske. There's a little slide going into turn 4, and loses his front wing, I should say. And it's a big welcome back to Penske as well. He's obviously reserved now because I think he sort of works on Fridays, which is, yeah, I mean, who works Fridays, really, seriously? But this is while I was waiting around. You can see Exodona. I think he was actually coming into the pits here, but I think he was trying to maybe do the flick spin here, but does a little bit of a cheeky, you could say, and reverses, and then goes straight back into the pits. So a little bit cheeky, you could say, but anyway, it is what it is. But anyway, we're going out on the 3rd run now. So obviously going based on last week, I'm probably going to go a little bit more aggressive into the final few rounds of the season 3. I mean, yes, it's probably going to be a long shot to probably get higher up the table, but we could try our best, as that's a bit awkward with Juice Mask going into turn 1. This is actually, I was staying on board here with my fastest lap. We've got a little bit of traffic as well with Alan Hugo, who's obviously, I think he retired as well. I mean, seriously, why do you retire on the racing line? I still don't understand it. I mean, do it in a safe place, but or into the pits, but yeah, I was just a bit puzzled there. But going through sector 1 now, we're down by about half 5/100ths of a second, so not brilliant, but I mean, first sector I probably made up a lot of time. Second sector was I probably wasn't going to make up a lot of time, I should say. Sector 2 and 3 was probably the place I was going to get it more time out of this lap. You can see through turn 11. Much better run actually as we go purple through sector 2 there. We're up by about 0.3 of a second. So what they say, we're gaining a heap of time here at the moment. Fastest obviously through sector 2. I'm not sure exactly who's fastest in sector 1, but anyway, coming around the final corner now. Can we improve our lap time? It looks like we can. We come across the line. We go quicker again with a 15.561, which kept me in P1. And as we keep on getting on XP there for the rewards. But thankfully, nobody else improved, and we get our first ever pole position in SRL. It's been a long time between drinks, obviously, for starting on a pole position, but yeah, I was pleased after the previous week in Germany. I really wanted to get a pole, and finally I have got one. And funnily enough, obviously I debuted back in SRL I think it was halfway through season 1 at this very track, and funnily enough, it's weird to say it, coincidence that I get my first pole position here at this track in halfway through season 3. Coincidence. But anyway, we're going to the race. Obviously, like the last time out in Germany, starting on ultra soft tyres, we have to go for the aggressive two-stop strategy under perfect blue skies here at the Hungary ring. So anyway, we're about to set off now for the formation lap.
Right, let's get the car up to temperature on this lap. We're learning the gears, so go through them all if you can.
Thank you, Jeff. We'll do just that. But like I mentioned in the last race as well, probably, ultra softs, you have to really stretch them to make the mediums, to get onto the mediums if you want to do the one stop. It's going to be a long shot anyway. But I must say, it felt pretty weird leading the pack again for the formation lap. It's been a long while. Probably actually haven't done it. I think on F1 2017 the formation lap was broken. So
forming up. Be patient and watch for the lights.
Yeah, it's certainly going to be interesting. I mean, if we get the jump here, if we can maybe pull away a little bit here. I did underfill the car again because I was going to be using lead mix quite a lot around this racetrack. But if we get a good start, we may be able to pull away from these guys behind who are on soft tyres. So here we go. We're all set for round number 12 here at Hungary. 5 red lights. Let's do it around the Hungary ring, and yeah, fairly decent, good start off the line there compared to V-Fens, who probably didn't have the greatest of starts. New Zealand Ryan putting him under attack here, but we cover up the inside here, going big brake lock up into turn 1, but we managed to just get it into the corner there, and I think Fens actually hangs on to position 2 there. There's yellow flags behind. Wouldn't be surprised if there's drama already at turn 1. It always happens. There's more yellow flags behind. But thankfully, we keep it clean, and we're still keeping the lead here going into to turn 4, but come through turn 4 running a little bit wide there and get our first corner cut warning. So, I mean, Hungary is well and truly known for its corner cutting traits for sure, but yeah, it's just still pushing on here. Obviously, you can see, like I mentioned, underfilled the car, so I'm using lean mix through the slower corners here and getting into the higher gears so I don't use getting a lot of wheel spin. There was probably, you saw in the background, there was a lot of track extending there from a few guys. That's normal on lap 1, but we come across the line now. Obviously set the provisional time. I mean, it's not going to be the quickest time. It's not going to be in all its glory, but still comfortably can't remember the gap we had to Fens behind, who was, of course, the previous race winner, obviously, in the McLaren, but now he's in the Renault this week. Now he goes purple second time through sector 2. We should set the fastest up the race, but we do, but it doesn't really last long because V-Fens goes just a tiny bit quicker, not by much, but we did a 20.258 on Ultra Sauce, which wasn't really too bad at that stage, so we're on lap 3.
MFD for a new strategy option.
And already I'm getting a change strategy call from Jeff.
Got that confirmed.
You can sort of say I took it a little bit here, but I mean, I was going to try and push on to maybe get to either lap 4 or 5 is probably the window you really want to take these Ultra Softs tyres, but you can see the back end's really, I'm starting to lose out here big time, and I missed my braking a lot through the final corner and get a little bit oversteer, and actually Fens and I, we were both in the same party chat here. It was a little bit awkward going down into turn 1 here, but he's up the inside. Should get this move done. And yeah, to be honest, I wasn't really going to fight with the leaders here, so I let New Zealand Ryan go through here. But yeah, after last week, still the bad blood was brewing with Alan Hugo, and I wasn't going to let him go without a bit of a fight here. So you see, we're sort of hanging around the outside here. We're going to hang on into P3 as Ryan goes well and truly wide coming out of turn 3 there, but coming through turn 4 is where it sort of goes away a little bit here, and especially through turn 5, the car sliding and literally grazing the wall there. Somehow I didn't get front wing damage. I still don't know how on earth I didn't get front wing damage, but lose a couple of spots obviously to Alan Hugo, to Team Atmatic, and of course DRC Jarrett, who of course are all on soft tyres. I think I was pretty much the only one in the top 10 that was on the ultra soft tyres, and Derek Kidd going for a move up the inside here. There's a little bit of contact there. It pushes me wide and didn't quite get the move done, but he should get it down here in the inside here. Now this one was a little bit awkward here because obviously there are guys who are a lot quicker here, and I was trying to get into the pit lane, so obviously I had to try and let Derek Kidd through, but it was a bit awkward with that laggy person. Obviously he was trying to go up the inside there, and I think I actually gave the spot to Neon Tridome. So yeah, apologies to Laggy there. That was not my intentions to obviously try and I was just trying to get into the pits basically. So anyway, we'll come on to the soft tyres.
Release.
And away we go. So we should have probably a little bit of fresh air here. I think pretty much a couple of guys. I think both the Salbers and I think one of the Renaults not having the greatest day. As somehow we had a weirdo coming into the lobby there. Jakey boy, I don't know who the hell he was, but coming through turn 1 here. In the third gear, get on the power, and I just lose the back end. I'm thinking, what have I done? So obviously we lose the spot to Conrad here. I mean, yes, I know I'm on cold tyres, but yeah, I was just shocked at how easy I lost the back end there. That was all very weird and running a lot wide through turn 2 there. But yeah, basically clearing up. Apologies to Laggy person. That was definitely not my intention. I was just trying to get into the pits to get the spot to Neon there. That was definitely just trying to get into the, like I said, into the pits. I've mentioned that a couple of times. But there's a replay on board with V-Fence. Obviously, clean getaway for him. Probably not the best starts compared to me, obviously. But yeah, just hang on to the... held off New Zealand Ryan. Boy, I can't get my words out today. Anyway, and obviously he was battling, New Zealand Ryan was battling away with Alan Hugo. Here's a replay on board with Team Atmatic, who of course, like I mentioned, is replacing Warden for the remainder of this, well, we don't know exactly, but he goes around the outside of Derek Kidd, and as you can see here, both the Kiwi boys going side by side here at a turn 2, and I think Ryan will probably have the inside line here, and he does, so that's well and truly an easy move there for New Zealand Ryan. But on board with DRC Jarrett. He didn't have the greatest of qualifying. He started 11th, but you saw there, I think it was the other Toro Rosso, I think of Exodona, he didn't have the greatest of starts. Absolutely went nowhere. Don't know what on earth happened there. We might have some footage of that. Oh, he gives a little nudge there to Derek Kidd. Obviously, there is yellow flags behind, so we'll see what actually happened there. So he's gained a couple of spots already. It's literally side by side here with Laggy. Gives him a little bit of a squeeze coming out of turn 2 there, but gets the move done up into P7. So that's 4 spots already for him. Here's a replay on board with Exodona. Some unknown reason he's just looking back randomly, and I don't think he realised that the start lights had just gone out because he just goes absolutely nowhere here. Nearly gets bogged down, you could say. And obviously losing spots right left and centre, going down to the turn 1. It's Conrad going, oh wow, that was a massive, massive dive bomb there. My teammate got caught up in it. That's how Palms of the Wing got caught up in it. So, righto, here's a replay on board with Penske here. So maybe he got caught up in this one. I'm not actually too sure. So he got the jump there on Exodona and Palms, I think, and they're going side by side with my teammate. It's Juice Mars, and he gets a little bit of a whack from Juice Mars, but obviously that would have been from what Conrad did, who probably missed his braking marker there, I would assume. So, yeah, really unfortunate for those guys. But now Jarrett going side by side here with Derek Kidd, just giving each other enough room going into turn 1 there. And Jarrett should have the inside line here. Might give him a little bit of a squeeze back here, and I think he does. So now it puts Jarrett up into P6, and we'll go chase after Ben. Obviously, this was probably This is, of course, Jared's highlight, so of course it'll skip ahead a little bit. But now on the that was obviously him getting past Ben. Obviously, Jared's got quite a lot of pace here at the moment. He's, like I mentioned, he's only 2 points behind Ryan, who's just not far up the road, and those two were going side by side there. But this is obviously Fenn's going up the inside here. I went very wide coming out of the final corner there. Probably wasn't happy with the braking performance in my car, but here you go. I think Fenn's got this move pretty much done up the inside. And like I mentioned, I didn't want to really hold up too many people, so I let New Zealand Ryan go through. And obviously the same can't be said for Alan Hugo, but you can see just how my car's sliding everywhere. Ben's obviously just giving a little nudge there to Alan Hugo. There I go off the road. So that was a pretty easy couple of spots there. So, yeah, I don't think Ultra Softs are the way to go around here anyway. So, now back we go to Penske. He's probably got a bit of a bird's eye view here of the battle with Laggy and Neon going down into turn 1. Little bit of contact between these two up in front here, so probably a little bit hard to see. But Laggy going back up the inside here and breaks very deep there. I think he'll get the move done. So it gives a little squeeze there to Neon, I think. So anyway, we continue on now. We're on to lap 6 and make a spot on Conrad, who's obviously come into the pit lane. Not sure exactly whether that was for the lap 1 incident or not, or whether he's come in earlier. I don't really know, but there we go. There's our first time penalty, and we've run wide. So yeah, things are not really panning out the way I had hoped for it to go around Hungaroring, to be honest. So there's yellow flags behind her. I think that's probably Juice Mars. He's had a bit of a moment. Lap 7, yeah, pretty much similar on our own here. We just catch the white line there on the exit curb and nearly have a moment like pretty much what I did back in, lap 2 in qualifying. But let's get back to the front here because Jared is making moves again. So he's already, obviously up now 8 spots because he's now just got past New Zealand Ryan for position 3 in this race. And now Ben's going to have a look here probably. Up the inside, this is a lap later, I think. And sends it down there and gets the move. So Ben now up into P4. Ryan doesn't seem to have quite the pace at the moment here. Now here we go with the battle here with Penske and Exodona. They've had their fair share of dramas in the past, these two, so, and probably goes back to other leagues as well. But you see Exodona just closing in here, and Penske obviously taking the defensive line. It's a little bit of a nudge there going down into turn 1. And gives him a little bit of a contact there, and obviously pushes him wide actually. So thought actually Exodona was going to get the move here, but Exodona sends by back up the inside. There's a little bit of a payback there, you could say, but somehow Penske gets away with it, and they live to fight another day. Now, on to lap 11. Exodona going to look up the inside here into turn 1. Yeah, he's just far enough up. It gives a little bit of a squeeze there to Penske. But knowing Penske, he doesn't really give up without a fight here. Does he look down the inside? It's a late braking move. Gives one back to Exodona, but I think it's all in vain here. But you never know. Is he gonna, oh, this is not going to end well here. It's never going to end well. It's a little bit of contact. Maybe desyncing that, I'm not sure. But, oh dear, it's all getting messy here. There goes Prez up the inside. It's all literally happening here for the final couple of spots in the points. But now going side by side in the chicane. That's not really a way to go side by side, but I think he just hangs on. Now my teammate Rain is looking around the inside. Now has turned to the outside, but I think that battle settled down for now. But lap 10 just cuts the grass a little bit going down into turn 12. Obviously, big brake lock up here, and yeah, I mean, the car was feeling absolutely rubbish. I think it was more to do with the setup. Again, lap 11, getting on that white line there, and it's just easy to lose the rear end here. So I'm really losing time to the guys in front. Here's Fens now for his one and only pit stop. This is on lap 12. So he obviously will. Anyway, back we go to Penske. And this is actually just in front here because Fens just come out of the pits. Now he's battling away with, is that Prez on the inside there. I think Prez has got a bit of drive there. I think the soft tyres are probably starting to die off a little bit. Here, obviously, Prez on the mediums. Rain sends it up the inside. Is Penske done where he gets it done, actually? So that puts Rain up into 10th, and I think Penske back to 11th. Now, Fens already up to speed on his medium tyres here. He should get the move done into turn one, and he's quite easily got it comfortably before then. So on the inside he goes, and that's easy position there for Fens. But lap 12, yeah, pretty much the same, similar story really. Nothing really much happening here. Run wide at turn 11 there. Yeah, I don't know what it was. I just couldn't find the right braking balance for this car. I mean, maybe I didn't have the greatest of ideas for setup.
We think he's got a time penalty.
It's obviously to juice Mars behind here, but also I should mention I did have thunderstorms in the area as well. And here comes Alan Hugo, and the fence is going to be pretty close. The fence just gets in front of Alan Hugo, but like I was saying before, I did have thunderstorms in my area on this night, so I was a little bit worried about when the power was going to go out for me. But coming through here, it just ran a tiny bit wide and get a second time penalty of the race, I think it is. I could be wrong, but anyway, we'll go back to the front there because I'm pretty much boring all of yous at the moment. But Ben's now come in for his pit stop, as I think Derek Kidd has also come in. So obviously those guys will come pit on them to the mediums as they do. So where are these guys going to fit in here? So Fens and Alan Hugo have got by. Who's the next guy to come out? There's Exodona. I don't think he's come in for a pit stop here, but I think he's oh no, there's literally go side by side. There's literally 3 wide here with Exodona and Prez. It's never going to work out. And Exodona sends it up the inside there. Obviously Prez is a little bit caught out there, out very wide there, but Exodona just gets the position for now. I think he's still yet to come in. You see Slide in the car coming through turn 11, may have got the curb there, which of course the curbs are deadly, but up the inside he goes into turn 12, gives him a little bit of a nudge wide, but he gets the move done. And back up into, what was it, P4 I think, but here's Penske, I think just letting New Zealand Ryan go through here, yeah, not really putting up much of a fight here. Of course Penske is still yet to pit. Ryan has obviously come into the pit already, but there's Derek Kidd leaving the pit lane. So this is actually pretty close here between these guys, but I think Penske just hold on for now. It'll probably help out Ryan a bit as well. I think, obviously those guys in front were battling away, so that's where sort of Derek Kidd filtered out here. You can see Ryan trying to make his way through here. I think he's got past Prez up into the chicane here, which of course, remember, I think it was one of my league races. I think I tried to pass Master Berserk up there, but it didn't really work out. But Ryan obviously making a few more moves as well. But lap 15, yeah, it's just going downhill from here. I think I just I hit the grass there as you saw there. I think I took too much curb and obviously lost the back end here. So yeah, it's really it's just another throwaway weekend, unfortunately. So but anyway, cut a bit further back in front. So obviously, here we got Rain in, Exodona in, and Penske are in. It'll be interesting to see where these guys pop out. So obviously, Penske will be held up a little bit here because there's a weird glitch that allows the guys in front to gain a second on you. But those guys managed to stay ahead. Exodona ahead of Rain, ahead of Penske. So lap 16, we're actually finally catching up to somebody that we can probably battle here. So that's Penske just leaving the pits. Probably won't be battling for too long as he runs wide into turn 1 here, so this might give him the motivation here to try and maybe do something here. Obviously he's on cold tyres. Little looking up the inside here into turn 2. It's not really quite close enough here, and just as he runs very wide actually coming out of turn 3, so probably going to have a little bit of a look here. Maybe, yeah, no, not really close enough here. I think he's definitely got a little bit more pace than me, and obviously the tyres we're starting to phase in a little bit more actually. So back we go to the front. This is effectively for the race lead here. Alan Hugo going right around the outside of Fens. Fens covers him off pretty well here, and I think just holds him off for now. We've got on the curb a little bit too much for Alan Hugo as well, so probably there's time penalty
for that last incident.
There's time penalty number 3 for this race. So yeah, it's not really going too well at the moment. That was definitely a big cut through turn 3 there, but you can see Penske sits up the road, a little oversteam over coming out of the chicane. This is probably the start of the point where the tyres are really, soft tyres especially, are starting to die off a little bit. I was trying to go for as long as I could to get to a certain windows. Now we get past obviously TPRS thanks to him coming into the pits. But yeah, he probably just saw then the tyre wear. Probably not great at the moment. Just trying our absolute best. But again, back to the front we go as Alan Hugo tries again around the outside, but fends again, covers the inside line here. Probably tries to cover off the crisscross here on Alan Hugo, but you can have a look here on the outside. Oh, he's thought about it going around the inside there, but I think he puts him on the outside line there and just holds him off for now. It's you can see, yeah, we are just really struggling here on the soft tyres. So I'm just trying everything I can to catch up in front there, but this is Pansky who's having a spin on the curbs. Like, what did I say? The curbs on this game are deadly. You just put one wheel on them and you can easily lose the back end or have a spin into the wall. But yeah, it's back we go again. Yeah, I mean, it was just horrible, really. This lap in particular, we're just going to probably stay on board for this one. It is just completely and utterly horrible. I mean, I was wondering why I was just losing the back end so much, and you can probably see I'm actually overheating the tyres, which I probably haven't had for since probably China, when I overheated them back in the wet. So, yeah, not looking too great. I think I was just managing it, trying to get to the pit stop there. You can see there, obviously we saw Penske having a spin. I nearly did the exact same thing, actually. So, I mean, I would have gained time on Penske if I probably didn't have overheated the tyres and burned them up. But get a corner cut through
the car
there.
behind has newer tyres, car behind on newer tyres.
Yeah, I probably know that, Jeff, but I'm really struggling at the moment here on my own tyres here. So I was literally just trying to get back to the pit lane as quickly as I can. Going through turn 11 here. Let's get the curb, get an oversteer moment.
What's this lap, please?
Get the left-hand tyre into the wall, and yeah. Thankfully, I got away with no damage there, but you can see I just tried to get back, spun the car around again. So getting back going again. Just look at it; it's just nowhere here. I was, like I said, I was going to go the aggressive strategy from like ultras to softs, but from what I've just seen, then I just quickly changed it to mediums because I was just, it was just absolutely horrible at this stage. I think I was going to change the front wing as well because nothing was just working at all. But I'll obviously change if anything happened to the front wing damage, change it to yes. So we finally make it back into the pit lane. As you can see, the rears are absolutely on fire here. So I'm glad they're going off here. So onto the medium tyres we go.
Exit
and
now.
Away we go. So now I think you can probably see in the bottom left of your screen, I think we're going to go a lap down here, which to be honest, I probably didn't mind it. I did not really want to do another lap and catch up to these guys in front here, get the lap back, because, yeah, I was just struggling here. So pretty much the goal here was just to try and make it to the end, and if anything happened, then so be it. So now Fens and Alan Hugo, this is having a little look, I think, Alan Hugo, trying to do it at the chicane. It's nearly a three-way fight here, but yeah, this is when my race turned to shit, really, after this. So you can probably see down the bottom, the migrating hosting. You probably all know what's going to happen eventually. I knew it from the second I saw it. Everybody was red Xing from me. I just knew it was going to happen. And unfortunately, I did lose my internet connection because of this. Not an Xbox Live thing. It was truly and utterly my internet connection. You probably see it on the start menu there. It was definitely my internet connection. It did come back, thankfully. Obviously, I lost connection to the part of it. Shout out to Owens for obviously getting an invite back into the lobby. So obviously, then I was joining back into the session, and that's when the power cut out. So basically, after that, I have no footage from this. So basically, we're just going to relive what the rest of it was, the race was, as you can probably see on board there with DRC Jared. We're going now into turn one here. This battle, like I said, it's literally a three-way fight here for the race lead, as he has a little look at the inside here of Alan Hugo. Basically going to view other people's perspectives of the rest of this race. But now, Jared go around the outside. There's a little bit of caught in wheels there, I think, there for Jared and Alan Hugo, but they thankfully get away with it here. But look at this, three of them going down the inside line here. Now, Jared trying to go around the outside here on Alan Hugo. Sort of gets it, yeah, he gets it done actually. So he's up now into P2 in this race. And now on to, what do we got, lap 24 now. I think there's a bit of a change here in the Force Indias. Ryan's found a little bit more pace now. I think in the second stint, probably not ideal on the soft tyres, but obviously in the mediums, definitely a lot better case. It's on board now with Neon Trito. Now, he was battling early in the race with Laggy. So it's back a little bit further down the pack as he has a little bit of a moment coming out of there, and I think he's lost the back end. So, and he spun the car. So, I'm not sure whether he got damaged or not. We'll probably see later on. But this was a great battle, literally, for the effective lead of this race. Going down into turn one. Jarrett tried to go around the outside, but not really doing much there. But literally the next lap, I think this was, he's going to have another crack at this. He's literally trying to go around the inside line there. It goes, backs out of it, goes around the outside line again. Give each other a bit of space here. And now Jarrett's got a bit of a run here. If he can do around the outside here, this will be an absolute miracle. And I think he's nearly going to do it. They're going to go side by side here through turn three. And he just pushes fence wide here. Still literally going side by side into turn four. There's a little bit of contact. And somehow got the race lead from that. So, well, that was certainly interesting. As Jarrett has a big moment coming out of turn two there. That was literally the next lap, actually. So, obviously, Fens, he lost a spot to Alan Hugo. So that really cost him big time there. This is on, what are we on, lap 34. He's now battling away with New Zealand Ryan. There's a little bit of a squeeze there, but I think Fens just hangs on for now. Hangs on to P3, but we're going to stick on board here with Mr. Benjamin Daly, Team Atmatic, on the final lap, literally, because you see DRC Jarrett's actually won the race, but it's actually Ben that gets the race victory out of all of that, because once we see the race results in a second, you'll understand why. Because now, you see there, congrats to those guys, both to Ben, to DRC Jarrett, and of course to Fens. They, well, truly had the pace this whole race, so yeah, credit to those guys. I think probably Jarrett probably could have got the race victory, save for Fens, but you can see on your screen now, that's the final results. So you can probably understand why, because Ben had 0 penalties the whole race, and I think the same can be said for Pansky, whereas you look at the rest, Jarrett, Fens, Alan Hugo, New Zealand Ryan, they all had penalties. It's quite easy to corner cut around this track. So, yeah, it is what it is, really. So, anyway, so that was, like I said, Ben, Jared, Fens, 1, 2, 3. Alan Hugo, 4th. Then you got Ryan in 5th. Derek Kidd in 6th. I had to actually borrow DRC Jarrett's footage, obviously, because I had no footage. Neon in 7th. Then you got Exodona in 8th. Prez BC in 9th. And Rain actually finished in the top 10. So great result from my teammate there. Penske just misses out in the 10. Laggy finished up in 12th because of that. The tyre drama, Palms, TPRO jumps somewhere down the bottom of the list. So he's the championship standings. It's now DRC Jarrett that takes the lead by, is it 5 or 6 points? It might be 5. I'm not. Yeah, it might be 6, sorry. Ahead of New Zealand Ryan, Alan Hugo 3rd. Neon Trito actually jumps up into 4th position. We're way down in 12th position. We've dropped a spot, I think, to Exodona there. So, yeah, not really going too well at the moment. Constructors-wise, Force India still comfortably lead the way at the moment ahead of Ferrari. And what do you got? McLaren are up there as well. Red Bull, where the hell are we? I can't even read. I think we're down into 7th place. So we've definitely dropped a spot out of all that. So, yeah. I mean, it was great to get a pole position in SRL. A good pole, and first pole in a long while for league racing. Actually, first pole in F1 2018. But, yeah, hopefully if you enjoyed it. Sorry it was a little bit boring on my perspective, but it was certainly entertaining for others. But if you did enjoy it, be sure to give it a big smash on that like button. As always, you can leave your comments down below. Subscribe to my channel for plenty more SRL APAC content on F1 2018, plus plenty more video gaming content as well. As always, all my social media links will be down in the description, plus the links to the SRL website, YouTube, and the Twitch channel, which of course we stream every Friday night at 8 p.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Time. But until the next time, which will be at the Belgium Grand Prix, which should be, hopefully, a decent result, it is goodbye, and I'll see you all next time.